Vegan Gains claims he's going to be competing for IFBB Pro card again.
Thor, are you competing again?
The plan is to eventually do bodybuilding again and try to get an IFBB Pro card. Just basic foods like tofu, sweet potatoes, broccoli. You can add like rice, seitan, chickpeas, black beans, some fruits, blueberries.
None of those things build muscles. Fruit, seitans, chickpeas, beans, whatever the hell he's talking about, berries. They don't build muscles, man. Protein builds muscles. Animal protein builds muscles.
Cherries, raspberries, oranges.
Berries, raspberry, and oranges, they don't build muscles either. Protein, animal protein builds muscles.
But those are all good vegan bodybuilding foods, and you can add...
They're all good vegan bodybuilding foods, so they're all good fake vegan bodybuilding foods on steroids. Because that's what vegans do. They take steroids to build their muscle because they're eating food that doesn't build muscles. My God, this is just insane, bro. Yeah, it is cosmetic. It's a nice cosmetic look because it's artificial. It's fake. The only thing that those foods that he rambled off will build is sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, non-contractile proteins. It will not build contractile proteins. So he can do whatever he wants there in the bar, lifting himself, whatever. Hell, he could just move a bunch of little light weights around and he'd still get that look anyways. So it doesn't really matter what he does here. It's all bullshit. These people, they try to make a show, like, I gotta lift a heavy weight, it's gonna build a muscle. Heavyweights don't build muscles. They don't do anything. Weights can break down muscles or they can cause micro tears, break down proteins. They don't do anything. They can age you. That's what they do. They could age you. If you keep lifting them, they'll age you. That's all they really fucking do, man. It's bullshit.
Protein powder.
That's protein powder made out of plants. Okay, yeah, whatever. Fake. You could call it protein powder. That's not powder. That's fiber. It's ground up fiber. Shut the fuck up.
Basically all I eat.
That's basically all he eats. You know what he eats? Steroids. That's what vegan slave eats. He's a slave to the vegan diet, bro. He eats fucking slave food. And guess what? Now he's a slave to what? Steroids, bro. Get it? And lifting in the garage, in the basement.
I also eat a lot of broccoli and Brussels sprouts.
So broccoli and Brussels sprouts build muscles? Well, as far as science says, it says protein synthesis needs to outpace protein breakdown to see that mass on that myofibrillar, providing there was a level of micro tears down there. And you can't get them every single day. You don't micro tear muscles. They don't remodel every day. They take a week. Duh.
Thanks for the donation, though, dude.
You know, does anybody out there really understand bodybuilding? Muscles are post-mitotic. They do not split and divide just because you're pulling your body up and down. Adapted, Richard. Yeah, man. Get it, dude? Yeah. You want to know what splits and divides and increases in number and donates its nuclei? The satellite cell. But it can only come out here's the formula. Unaccustomed, untrained, unfamiliar forms, and eccentric exercise gets this micro damage. Get it, dude? Yeah, man. Anyways, whatever. Yeah, and it can't happen. It can't happen with a repeated bout because there's something called the repeated bout effect phenomenon. It protects muscles from any more damage with a repeated bout until it's repaired and remodeled. But hey, I know you're on steroids and you're building muscles every day in the gym. The weights, the pull-ups are building the muscles. Yeah, out of a breatharian diet. I know. On vegetables. Yeah, not protein. On vegetables, not protein. On lectins and tannins and oxalates and sugar and stuff. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Oh, man. See, how is he building muscle? In science, it will tell you protein synthesis needs to outpace protein breakdown to see that mass on that myofibrillar. So there you go. That's how you know this is fake training. This is fake muscles. This is fake, bro. But here's another thing. There's side effects, right? Steroids, like shrunken balls, maybe a small dick. Man, when he comes off the steroids, that's going to even be worse on the endocrine system. My God. Probably TRT the rest of your life, dude. Oop. Eventually, those balls are going to shrink, dude. And those like half. He could barely pull himself up past the bar. He's just the top of his head. Okay. Yeah.
Oh.
Is he gonna say anything else here or what? Let's see.
VG reminding me of Big Lenny calling his haters pencil neck weaklings lol. Now you have to take a Tazen on stream without falling.
Okay.
But I don't really have enough knowledge. I'd have to do it for a much longer time and learn more to like actually coach people. And there's no
I would say that for sure, yeah. You're gonna coach them on steroids? Is that coach them how to take steroids? And build artificial muscles, sure, okay.
such thing as a soul. Thanks for that donation.
Yeah.
I can see you're being a rock in the water, not letting people or anything annoy you. Because emotions come from within you. Nobody can make you angry, sad, annoyed. Only you can.
Yes, that's true. I believe that. That's true. Just gonna do more of these push-ups. All right, or pull-ups. I guess that was it, eh? I don't know what else is going on there.
I have a huge propensity to go hypoglycemic.
Hypoglycemic. Well, if you ate meat, you wouldn't go hypoglycemic. Stop eating all that fruit and vegetables full of fructose sugar in there.
And because it
And carbs, they convert to sugar, yada, yada, yada. The more sugar that circulates in your body, it will convert to glycogen and load in the muscle. For every gram of glycogen, 3 grams of water being drawn between the skin and muscle into the muscle, creating those beautiful non-contractile sarcoplasmic muscles. Yeah, man, because you're adapted.
because it's a triple agonist, you know, it acts on glucagon.
Yeah.
It prevents you from having too low blood sugar, and it also stops you from having too high blood sugar. So, especially when I'm dieting, it
Guarantee you Coursera will not be
weird blood glucose drops where I end up like feeling cold, shaky, have trouble thinking, get dizzy.
See how puffy he looks? That's very sarcoplasmic-y. Very puffy, very sarcoplasmic-y, yeah.
No, I don't take blood pressure meds. My blood pressure is naturally extremely low.
Notice, look at his face. You notice the change in his face as well? Look at the lines underneath his eyes. The sunken in eyes, the cheeks. Get kind of a deteriorating look there in the face.
Usually when I test my blood pressure, it's in the 90/50 range, and it never goes above like 110/60.
Yeah, I have good blood pressure myself. Guess we're lucky there.
So I'm not on blood pressure meds right now. If I were to take them, I'd end up fainting constantly.
Maybe you should put in your channel description that you started steroids on August 1st just as general information, but also less people asking again and again when you started in donos.
I'm just gonna make a video about it. Thanks for the donation, 5. 218, Johnny Tiller's agreed. He promotes unrealistic body standards while passing it off as motivation. He loves using top 1% genetic elite, and he's an example of why it's possible to look like these anime characters. It's cope to make himself think he can look like that too.
Yeah, that's true.
He doesn't train particularly well.
Doesn't have to.
Like, I've seen his
You see, on steroids, doesn't have to.
workouts. Farted again. I've seen his workouts. He doesn't train that well, that hard. I also don't think he's particularly genetically gifted. He's kind of just a small.
Genetically gifted? Genetic is environmental. I don't know about this genetically gifted. What do you mean gifted doing what? Muscles, you're not building anything. You're building contractile or non-contractile protein. It's either myofibrillar or sarcoplasmic. What genetics?
Smaller guy.
What genetics? You have to eat protein has to outpace protein breakdown to see that mass on that myofibrillar. Science corroborates everything I say.
I think he's
Whatever.
like what, 5'10", 5'11".
I don't know what he is.
I do mostly inline skating and cycling, and in the winter when I can't do that.
More deteriorating faster than you're regenerating. Okay. Yeah. These are great. It's great cosmetics, man. Steroids are great cosmetic drugs for men. Just like women use cosmetics, Botox shit, whatever for their face, and tummy tucking and face tucking and whatever else, dude. And taking like makeup, putting makeup on their face. It too is temporary, just like this. They say steroids are cosmetics for men. That's all really. They could be cosmetics for women too as well. I don't know. They get abs and shit, whatever too. So yeah, it's cosmetic because it's just body, but it doesn't change your face. Your face will always look the same. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one, friends. Tell me what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. I'm out of here.